I was preaching farmers and fellow NGO people about water conservation, but inside I was always questioning what is that I'm actually doing at a personal level. So I actually authored several books also on water issues. So water rights and responsibilities has been one of the core topics that I dwelt with. So I started asking myself, what is that I'm doing as a citizen on water? What is my right? What is my responsibility? When I started exploring answers to that, I came across with a very different lifestyle, which is very exciting. I'm going to share that with you now. What I broadly realized is, the water system at my home. Maybe it is common with several people. We use groundwater, rainwater, municipality water. If you are in rural areas, Gram Panchayat gives. We use this water for different purposes: drinking, bathing, cooking, all kinds of stuff. So till then, everyone is kind of familiar. But what happens after we use this water? Where will this go? There are basically we call grey water when we use water for bathing, washing, and all. It's called grey water. Human excreta and urine, all this water which contains these elements is called black water. Obviously, we use soaps and detergents and cleaning materials. So when we bathe, maybe we are cleaning our body, but actually we are contaminating the water. We are polluting it because all these cleaning elements are hugely, they contain huge harmful chemicals. So what I realized is, I thought I'm little irresponsible. I was a little irresponsible. I was using more water than what is necessary, and the water that I use can be perhaps reused, which I'm not doing. And then water I'm discarding from my home is chemically contaminated. Because I use soaps, detergents. I wash my clothes with detergent. I clean my bathrooms with acids and harpic, all kinds of things. It looks clean, but actually we are putting a lot of chemicals into water. This goes to groundwater, drainage, ultimately water bodies. I started wondering whether it is right as a citizen. Is this the right behavior, particularly for a person who worked on water issues? So I was very uncomfortable with this realization, self-realization, and then I started wondering what can I do. This is some information. All of you can actually download this from internet. I also did the same. When I wanted to realize what is happening to water, I realized that there are seven types of very harmful chemicals which are there in all cleaning material. Either it is Lux soap or Dove soap or Harpic or surf or Rin, whatever we are using for cleaning. All of them have combination of all these chemicals. Some of them may be dominant, some of them may be less, but generally this is the composition of all the natural cleaners. I actually tried to look at what are all the naturally available material in the market and then try to figure it out from main brands also. But I realized they are all contaminated. Their label itself explains how many contaminants are there from chemicals point of view. Then I thought I should change this whole thing at my personal level. No one told me to do this. I only kind of a culprit in water use sense, and I should make my own change. I'm the starting point of change, and my family, my home. So far I was in a public life broadly. When I worked with NGOs, I worked with so many villagers, so many partner organizations, government. But at personal level, I'm responsible for myself. So I thought I should construct a home which will allow better energy, reuse of natural resources, including water. It should combine traditional knowledge and combine modern expertise. So I tried to figure it out, and then I looked at what is happening in the country around me, and then I learned several lessons from that. Based on that, I designed my home, constructed my own home. I completely used only recycled wood, door from demolished houses. I collected them, except bathroom doors. Entire furniture, wood, everything is you know purchased from demolished homes, and I reuse them. Similarly, I used furniture also with the same antique or used wood. And I at my home I use several technologies. As an engineer, I have some exposure to energy saving, material saving technologies. I used filler slabs, I used brick jali, and I use natural light. My entire home is filled with natural light during daytime. I don't need any artificial light. I use solar energy. All kinds of things I try to put at my home. One of the important aspects is I also harvested roof water, and then I store them and use for drinking and all other purposes. I have three-pot filter. I filter my own water from my roof and then use it. And I also combine this water with municipality water and I use it. I don't use RO water. So in this process, I also thought I should somehow reuse the water that I am using for bathing, washing, and all. So I simply arranged my plumbing system in such a way that I collect grey water and black water separately. Actually, I wanted to use black water for biogas production also, but we have only 3 members at home, so there is no adequate human excreta to generate biogas. Though the technology is available, it requires minimum 5 6 people per day, so it is not viable for my condition. So I let it go to drainage. I feel a little bad about it, but I completely harvest gray water and treat it at home with settling chambers and artificial reed bed, and I use it for gardening my plants and things like that. Over a period of time, I realized that this gray water system is working well, but it is smelling bad. So I was wondering what is the reason. So I realized I'm still using soap, I'm still using detergents, they are all chemical. At the time, I didn't know about natural cleaners. So when I started inquiring about that, I realized that because of chemicals that I'm using, the water is smelling bad. It is not completely getting purified. So I started looking for natural cleaners and I discovered bioenzymes, and I started making bioenzyme based natural cleaners, either for cleaning dishes, clothes, or our own body and hair. So I completely, switched over from chemical cleaners to natural cleaners. This is about 5 years experience. I learned to do that and I started using them during COVID. Also, I did not actually use hand sanitizers. I did not purchase them. I simply used bioenzyme based natural cleaners to clean my hands, and I'm still surviving. This is the system, of gray water. The bigger pipe, you can see the blue one is black water, and then gray water pipe is the smaller one. So separating them at plumbing level itself is the trick there. If you construct home, you can do it while you are constructing, but even you can retrofit it if you are interested in reusing water, at least gray water. These are all various chambers, that water is collected and it is settled, and then water moves from one chamber to another chamber, and ultimately it goes through this garden. You can see banana trees and other trees. Below this, there is a reed bed, which is basically a combination of sand, gravel, and coal, and water gets purified with this material, as well as roots of these plants also clean water, and this is called reed bed, and then clean water comes out of it. So that is how the gray water can be treated. Gray water is basically water that we use for bathing, washing clothes, and washing machine, and kitchen waste. That water. Black water is water that comes out of which has human excreta and urine. So this is the total picture. My garden actually is fed with treated used water, and I get variety of fruits and flowers from my garden. This is fruits of hard work, I think. So in this process, of course, I also mentioned I harvest roof water. This is a picture of rain on the terrace, and then I collect it, and then I store it in 3 sumps, and these are the three-pot filter. You can see that these are 3 sumps that collect rainwater, and I use this three-pot filter to filter naturally. I don't use RO plants, and I filter this water and drink it. So because this is my starting point, I wanted to figure out how can my water, even grey water, be pure, or grey water be chemical less or harmful chemicals. How can I avoid that? So I started using fruits, flowers, leaves, and ferment them. I clean them, collect them from markets, from my own home, anywhere. It should be still having some life. It should not be dry, or this flower should not be damaged. So any clean flowers which has still life in them, they can be fermented with jaggery, water, and any flowers, leaves, all of them. And then it takes about 90 days time to mature. And you can see that, this is a bioenzyme that I made with lime. I got this lime peels, lime drink you buy on the market. These people have huge waste. They consider that as waste, all the lime peels. I requested them to give it to me. I collect, and then I ferment them, and I make bioenzymes. Variety of natural material like flowers, vegetables, I collect from people and then make variety of bioenzymes. That liquids are a little inefficient, they are mild, but I enrich them with soap nuts, I enrich them with coconut and methi and rice. And I put several things, hibiscus, aloe vera. I use several such other natural ingredients and enrich this bioenzyme liquid, and then make it little thick, and then convert them into shampoos and natural cleaners. So that is how I started using them, and I completely stopped using chemical cleaners at home. They are little mild. It may not have great smell and also great foam. It is little mild, but it cleans very well, and my hair is very healthy. I never had dandruff or any kind of itching sensation and things like that. It cleans it very well, and actually my hair became so nice and thick and very healthy. I started growing my hair during COVID period. My hair grew up to my shoulders and below shoulders. It's almost 2 feet length hair strands. I got that kind of very good hair. And then of course after 4 years I cut my hair. But I realized that these are very, very healthy for our body, and of course for hair. So because I worked with water, plastics is one of the most discarded, misused material. Though plastic is very versatile, actually I love plastic for its versatility, for its characters, but I think it is grossly misused and abused material, and in a very irresponsible way. So I found methods of using them, making them eco bricks, and then I constructed a small room. My son is also an engineer. He's into building material, sustainable building material. He makes bricks with glass bottles like this. You can see that all those bricks are made with glass bottles, and this plastic bottles are called eco bricks. So we started using different types of material and reusing them for different purposes. This is one just like to mention that, because I worked with water. Plastics is one of the most discarded, misused material. Though plastic is very versatile, actually I love plastic for its versatility, for its characters, but I think it is grossly misused and abused material, and in a very irresponsible way. So I found methods of using them, making them eco bricks, and then I constructed a small room. My son is also an engineer. He's into building material, sustainable building material. He makes bricks with glass bottles like this. You can see that all those bricks are made with glass bottles, and this plastic bottles are called eco bricks. So we started using different types of material and reusing them for different purposes. This is one just like to mention that. Next slide. Yeah. So what I realized, I started sharing some of my bioenzyme-based cleaners with my friends and relatives. They started liking them. Then they said, "Is it available? Can we buy it? And can we actually use it regularly and things like that?" Then I realized market is one of the ways to influence consumer behavior. So it's good to make this product, available to any consumer in the market, because I also work with farmers and these farmers are into natural farming. They produce food without using any harmful chemicals, fertilizers. So that is another source of resource for me, chemical free food. And I make chemical free natural cleaners. And there are some friends in Hyderabad, they are into variety of natural products, are products that reduce plastic use and things like that. So about 5 6 of us came together, and I started organizing a sales event of natural products, healthy products, and chemical free products at my own home, along with my friends and network. And I call it Sontha Dabba. Sontha Dabba means, in a crude way, beating your own trumpet. I thought I should celebrate the way I'm conducting my life. And though it is glorifying, talking too much about myself, but I think this is a good thing to talk. People should know that this is possible, and they should also switch over. So in this process, I started telling too many times about myself, my story, whatever I'm telling you now. I did that several times. Then I realized that I'm actually beating my own trumpet. So I thought I should keep the same name for my market. Telugu, if some of you are from Andhra, Telangana, you will know Sontadabba means it is beating your own trumpet. So I invite all, friends and buyers, potential buyers who are into this thought of changing their lifestyle to buy products from here. We have variety of products, chemical free, jaggery, pulses, oil seeds, cold pressed oils, and they see varieties of rice, handmade soaps. So all are happening at my home. I see many organic shops or chemical free shops are very expensive because of overheads. They are located in prime localities, and then as a result you have to pay huge rent and things like that, and ultimately they become expensive. So I started, I should cut down overheads. So my home becomes my shop during weekends. I organize these events at least 2 3 times in a month. Sometimes there will be delays also. One month we don't completely organize because of my other commitments. So I organize these events at my own convenience, and my home becomes a shandy during that day. And several people come there and buy them, and several buyers come there and sell them. So this is what I'm doing, as part of this Sontha Circular Santa. This is the product I'm very proud of. You can see the picture. This is a shampoo. The basic ingredient is bio shampoo, but I use neem, lime, coconut, rose flowers, hibiscus, several fruits, rice. Combine all of them and enrich this, and it is very very healthy. And I pack them in small bottles and then sell them. About 300 ml bottle is 200 rupees, and that's how I keep on selling them and making them. So this looks like a little crude kind of thing, but it works very well, and it actually cleans. So in this process, what I realized is our advertisements and the entire propaganda about cleaning is actually hijacked. They say that there is a lot of foam and it smells well. Actually, for cleaning, you don't need a lot of foam. You need little foam that enables better flow of the liquid, and it reduces surface tension between the soap and our body and water. So it enables better spreading of the cleaning agent. But you don't have to have so much of foam for cleaning. Actually, so much of foam is detrimental for cleaning. Similarly, you don't need great fragrance, very nice smell. It is only our pleasantness. But actually all natural cleaners, either Rita or soap nuts, they are not pleasant smelling. They are actually, they are little irritating also. If you put soap nut water in your eyes, you feel very irritated. So these natural cleaners, they may look little harsh, but they do wonderful work on your skin, notwithstanding a small irritation, but that is also good for your eye actually. But on the contrary, all shampoos and all, they apparently they give you a kind of illusion that they are making your life comfortable, but actually they are damaging your skin, they are dehydrating your hair, and they are actually sending huge chemicals through your skin only into your own body, and ultimately they are damaging water and natural resources. So this entire propaganda advertisements of all our film stars and all is very very misleading, I realized. Charkesi is a very different product. It doesn't do that. It helps you to clean your body and hair, and it doesn't give you any false promises.